Oh boy! Another episode of the Josh Potter Show is here. How are you, folks? Good to be with you. Can't emphasize enough how much I want to see you in San Diego March 27th over at the Old American Comedy Company. Please to get tickets at thejoshpotter.com. Also, there's already an August date on sale. Hopefully we get a few in between there. But August will be in Wisconsin, old Janesville. So make sure you're getting tickets all up at thejoshpotter.com. That's where you can also see as things get announced. You can be on top of everything at thejoshpotter.com. Also, rate, review, subscribe, do all that stuff. Tell your friends about it. And make sure you're emailing all your articles to JoshPotterShow@gmail.com. That's where all the Roach reporters send things in. Can't wait to get into it. And today, you know her, you love her. She's a Roachie Award-winning guest on the program. It's Sarah Weinshank, ladies and gentlemen. Look at her in her pink. What is this, cow stuff?
Yes, it's cow print, motherfucker.
What are you, strawberry milk?
Yes. Basically, I am, dude. Okay. Hi, I'm very excited to be here. Buy tickets to my show in Phoenix, March 27th, and I'll also be in Chicago the 28th and 29th.
Wow, look at old Shankies out there going all over the road. My favorite place, Chicago.
It is your favorite place.
Oh, I love it. I wish I could live there.
I know. You say that every other day.
We're working on something. We'll see how it goes.
I don't like the deep crust.
Yeah, you don't eat the
dish.
You don't eat the deep dish. No one that lives there eats the deep dish.
Well, no, they push it on you though.
Well, they want you to try their fare. You know what you should have next time you go is the Italian beef.
I've never had that.
It's good. It's basically like a roast beef sandwich with like au jus and stuff like that. I could have it a little wrong, but it is good. Go check it out. That's a real Chicago deal right there.
I like Chicago now that I watched The Bear.
What?
I don't know. It made it romanticize Chicago for me. I think I'm going to see Jeremy Allen White there.
I don't even know
in a little apron.
I didn't even know that show was in Chicago necessarily. Do they really flaunt it? It's not like ER where it's like out and about in Chicago.
No, they flaunt it.
ER made me like Chicago too.
Really?
Yeah, the ER song. I hear that. It's not, I was just going to sing the X-Men. Damn it. I forgot the ER song. It sounds like X-Men though.
I never watch ER. I don't like hospital.
Oh, I've rewatched ER. You can go back. That's one of those shows you can go back and watch it over and over and over and over and over and over again.
You
don't like hospital?
ER?
Yeah, many times.
No, I don't like anything hospital related.
I'm not a hospital guy either, and I think it's because of ER. I found that it's not a good show to watch when you're trying to go to bed because there's a lot of anxiety involved and just doom. I mean, people die, people get cancer, all this kind of stuff. So it's not really a good, I'm going to go to bed now show.
No, a good I'm going to go to bed now show is the new Meghan Markle show. Put you straight to sleep.
Well, yeah, I mean, anything that lady does will put me to sleep right away. Yeah, Spotify, good call, giving her money. Smart stuff there. Good programming. But no, she's a snooze, right? What is her show?
Her show is she's pretending like she's like this amazing homemaker. And what she does is she takes a bag of pretzels from one bag that they come in and puts them into another bag and then ties a brown ribbon on it.
Is Harry still with this lady?
Oh, Harry's still with this lady.
She must blow him to the high heavens because
she's deep throating his ass.
Yeah, she must be like sucking it from the back the way that Harry is like. I would cast this woman aside long ago. Oh, I have to cut off my royal family for this lady?
That Gluck Gluck 3000.
I mean, I want to know. I need to know.
She's hot. I will say she's hot, but she doesn't know what the fuck she's doing in the kitchen. And then she got offended because Mindy Kaling called her Meghan Markle, and she said, it's Sussex now.
Well, that's funny.
But it's not even Sussex.
No, because aren't they done with the family?
Bitch, it ain't Sussex. What is
it? It's more like sucks dicks, the way she's...
that is how I said it, dude.
Yeah. Megan sucks dicks. But here's the thing. She doesn't even look like... Usually I can tell the eye of the tiger in a lady where, even if she might be a bland, boring woman, there's something, I don't know what it is, that I can instinctually glean from looking at the woman, but I go, no, she's a wild card. Do you know what I'm saying?
What do you mean? Like she seems like she'd be boring in bed?
No, the opposite. Like you see a boring lady and people are like, oh, she's so... I go, I don't know. There's something there.
She's wild.
But this one, I don't see that with Meghan Markle. I see just a stiff board.
What I see is
someone you gotta do a lot for, which I don't mind doing, but I'm just saying it's not like this isn't leave my family pussy right here,
No, and she's acting like she's this amazing homemaker, and all she does is transfer pretzels from one bag into another bag and then tie a ribbon on it and make a little note that says chocolate or peanut butter pretzels. I'm like,
That's
bitch,
cute.
you didn't cook anything. I could do that.
Well,
that doesn't mean I need a whole show.
Well, is it a homemaker show?
It's a homemaker show. It's called With Love, Meghan Markle.
That's silly. I mean, who keeps giving this lady shows? I mean, I want her manager.
Dude, she's got the best manager in the business. She must.
My talentless loser client, who everyone seems to hate, but hey, they're still watching it. Why don't you put her on the screen? This will be hilarious. It's just all a troll, her manager. Just every job she gets, Meghan Markle's a troll job. They're like, listen, people are going to hate this. So much so that they can't stop watching.
Yeah, that is true. Like, you're like, I don't understand how this is a show. All right, give me another.
I don't watch any of those anymore these days. I'm rewatching Home Improvement again. Like,
That's crazy.
it's not. It's great. It's actually the purest thing. I love it.
It is?
I want Tim Allen to come back here. Why doesn't he come to the Comedy Store anymore? He was going to the Laugh Factory for a little while.
Because he's got his new show now.
Come up, dude. I would love for Tim Allen just for once. He doesn't have to perform. I just want you to come by.
I'm
Say
not
what's up.
really as excited about Tim Allen as you are.
I just think, it's just like he's long forgotten because he was like, I guess he was into Trump or whatever. And now people aren't
Discriminating.
giving him his due. He's fucking Buzz Lightyear, for Christ's sake.
I didn't even know that he was Buzz Lightyear.
And he had that great sitcom. He's had 3 sitcoms, by the way. Now he's got a 3rd sitcom, which is, the man has more money than God. I get it, he doesn't have to do anything. But none of these guys that happened. I mean, Roseanne came back. That was a nice little check off. We had her here the couple of weeks ago. I would love for Tim Allen to be at the store again. That'd be cool. I don't know if I think
Tim Allen, come home, daddy.
I mean, I know he was like a Laugh Factory guy too, and he was going there before COVID. When I first moved here, he was at the Laugh Factory quite a bit.
What was his stand-up?
His stand-up is still what it always is. What do you mean, what was his stand-up?
I
It was
didn't
that
get
show.
into Tim Allen's stand-up.
In the 90s, he did the whole, he had a 5-minute set that they based an entire 9-year sitcom off of, where he was talking about like doing the guy thing. It was like tools, more power, yada, yada, yada. I'm not going to do his bits, but...
Please do some of Tim Allen's bits.
No, it's
I liked when he was in the movie The Santa Claus.
He had that one too. That's a crazy franchise.
Yeah.
That's like, this man has got to have more money than most countries' GDPs. This is crazy.
He's probably spent it.
No.
I bet Tim
he
Allen's
has
got
not.
at least one jet ski.
He's living it up.
Tim Allen?
He's got all the money in the world. But he was all like Trump or whatever, so people put him in that card. I don't even think he's really that outspoken, really. He just kind of like was at a time where
you couldn't be.
You couldn't be. yeah, where people were like,
simply
fuck
couldn't
you.
be.
We're getting rid of you in show business. That's why I don't think he wasn't Buzz Lightyear again, or he wasn't a Santa Claus again. I can't remember which one they took away from him. I think it was Buzz Lightyear.
It would hurt to lose the Buzz Lightyear job.
Yeah, I think because they made it somebody else. My sister gave me the whole rundown on
Your sister knows.
Oh, she knows. She knows.
One thing she knows is Disney, dude.
Oh my Lord, like you wouldn't believe. She knows other things too. She's good at a lot of stuff. Anyhow, let's get into some sports.
Beep 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 beep. Beep 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 beep.
Your favorite part, the sports.
Yes. If there's one thing I love, it's game time, baby.
Well, you'll be happy to know there isn't very many sports because I'm sad about hockey. It's just been the trade deadline just passed. The Sabres are as woesome as ever. Maybe more so than ever. So that is a depressing source. So we're not talking about that. Spring training's beginning, but it's not enough to make me excited about baseball quite yet. But in the NFL, free agency is underway as of a few hours ago. And also we're getting geared up for the draft. These are very exciting times for me, just as a football fan, as an NFL fan. And also, it's a time when existing players, established players, like to go out and get into a little trouble.
We love that.
I said that a little playfully. Let's put it this way. The menaces spin their gears and start committing crimes.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought a little trouble like Dennis Rodman style, like
No.
marrying yourself or something.
That would be fun. I saw Shane Gillis for like 10 minutes in Austin. We like crossed paths as like I was about to go up and he just got done kind of thing. But I did want to ask him, be like, hey man, how was it having like, I mean, I know he's all friends with like Christian McCaffrey and everything like that, but he had like basically 4 San Francisco 49ers at SNL with him.
That is
How fucking
crazy.
cool is that? That's what I would do too. I wouldn't have my family or friends. I would invite Josh Allen. You want to come to SNL? 100%, dude.
Okay,
Anybody
then who else? You
on
got
the bill.
3 more invites.
Literally everyone on the Bills. I would literally
You don't
just
have
go.
that many invites. You get 4 invites.
All
for
right, so
10.
I would just run down the roster. I'd be like, all right, Josh Allen declined. All right, Mitch Trubisky, backup quarterback. You want to step in?
You don't even want to invite your mom?
No, my mom doesn't care.
I feel like she'd want to show off her dolphin tattoos
My mom,
around her belly button.
no, I don't even think that might be not lasered off, just naturally eroded off of her body. Even though she got it middle age, my mom has shut it down.
She shut it down?
Yeah, she's not showing that. My mom is an old woman now,
Yeah.
like an
That's the way the
old
time
woman
works.
now. Yeah, that's the way the time works.
It's fucking crazy though, right?
She probably got that tattoo because I remember when she got it.
Yeah.
She was like, my dad was like 45, 50 probably, and she was probably like around there too, like a little late 40s, like the place we're creeping towards.
Can you stop saying the place we're creeping toward?
We are getting there.
I can't imagine.
You're handling it better than me.
I have injections in my face. I can barely move it. No one knows if I'm sad, if I'm mad, if I'm tired. I don't even know anymore.
Who cares? What do you want to? They think you're 25, so who cares?
Look, I tried to raise my eyebrows.
I see them going up a little bit.
A little bit.
I mean, what were you, Jim Carrey before that? I mean, I don't think you were moving your eyebrows to drastic
No, I haven't
lengths.
been able to move my eyebrows in years.
No, but my mom would not care. That's the thing. Like, she would watch it and think it was cool or whatever, be proud of me or whatever. But my mom isn't like a big SNL head, you know what I mean? Or even Tonight Show or whatever. My mom doesn't like comedy. I don't even know. I can tell you cultural wise what my mom consumes other than Disney movies, reality, I don't even think reality shows.
My mom loves a reality show. Debbie loves a reality show. She fucking loves, she says when she gets depressed, she just puts on Hallmark movies because they keep it light. I'm like, the Hallmark movies make me more depressed, Mom.
My mom and I did watch ER together. That was like a big thing when I was a kid. So I think my mom might like morbid shit, which I always knew. But I'm saying like in terms of media that she consumes, she thought The Office was too weird because they looked into the cameras. She used that. She said it was uncomfortable. She said Conan is too weird to be on The Tonight Show.
That's weird.
So like 2 things, I mean, The Office, not necessarily, but like Conan, huge like effect on me in terms of like comedy and everything else. My mom's like, guy's too weird. And then when she comes to see, my mom has come to see me in a handful of times. She doesn't understand why the people are laughing. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, my parents
She
don't
thinks it's
understand
like,
anything.
you're saying terrible things. Why are they laughing? Like she goes, they laughed. She doesn't get it, is what I'm saying.
But it would be bad if she did. Like, you don't make comedy for your mom to like it.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it is so flabbergasting knowing what I do for a living and have done for a living, like in radio and everything else. My mom's like, I don't know what she enjoys. Today's Josh Potter Show is brought to us by Lucy. Boy, oh boy, do I love Lucy, and especially the Lucy Breakers, the nicotine pouches with that little extra surprise. Each pouch holds a capsule that can be broken open to release extra flavor and hydration. And it's so much extra. Dude, it is like, it's like candy. I don't even know. I mean, it is so crazy. The mango, oh my God, I feel like I'm on a tropical island with the mango flavor. It's nuts. And it's the best way. I mean, I'm a cigarette smoker before this. And, you smoke a cigarette, you taste it. You're like, oh, I like the way it tastes. You don't know what it's like until you try a flavor like the mango or the citrus berry. Oh my God. Set yourself up with a subscription and have Lucy delivered straight to your door. I got a couple guys on it here and a couple guys back at home that I went to high school with, and they're thankful. They're like, boy, oh boy. They're telling me they're putting in upper deckers all the time. Unbelievable. Level up your nicotine routine with Lucy. Go to lucy.co/Potter and use promo code Potter to get 20% off your first order. Lucy has a 30-day refund policy if you change your mind. Again, that's lucy.co. Use code Potter to get 20% off. And here comes the fine print. Lucy products are only for adults of legal age. Every order is age verified. Warning, this product contains nicotine, an addictive chemical. But anyhow, off that for a moment, let's back to the football players.
Yeah, let's get into it.
I would invite any Buffalo Bill who wanted to come. First 4 dibs. I mean, obviously, some would be higher in my depth chart than the Bills' depth chart. But, anyhow. A guy that the Bills passed up on the last draft, and everyone was up in arms. Everyone's like, the Bills are going to regret that. And then, of course, the Chiefs beat us. They went to the Super Bowl and won it, or they lost it, excuse me, but they beat us. So I don't even, after that, I'm like blurry. But everyone's like, see, Josh, they should have drafted Xavier Worthy instead of trading the pick and then getting Keon Coleman. And I said to them, I go, nah, there's not enough tail of the tape yet. And then lo and behold, now I don't know why I'm relishing in the fact that Xavier Worthy got arrested, but it's merely because of the fact that everyone says the Bills should have taken him. And I'm going to say, no, they shouldn't have. This man is a menace.
He's kind of hot in the jumpsuit. I'm looking at the picture and I'm liking it.
Can we make the picture bigger for me here on this screen? It's got all the little pictures. I don't need to see my stupid face. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What do you?
It's on camera. It says camera 4.
Can we make it just
Do you not have the TV?
No, the TV's off.
Oh yeah, the big TV? Oh, that's off. Yeah, I didn't even realize there was a television there. It was just a big black.
Sorry.
There we go. No problem. I was going to say, I usually have. There it is.
Okay. I liked it when it was smaller.
Yeah, now he's not so hot, huh?
No, now he looks like a mean criminal. Now
Okay.
I changed my mind, and also he's missing a lot of his eyebrow. It seems almost like he chopped it off.
I can get Sarah in a lot of trouble here. Sarah, what makes him seem like a mean criminal?
The orange jumpsuit and the look on his face.
And what kind of face is that for our audio listeners at home?
He's got a smug energy to him.
So there's nothing else about his face necessarily.
No, nothing else. He's got a bad energy, and I can see it now that he's big on the screen.
It's all vibes is what you're saying.
I'm picking up on the vibes, and I just want to sage this guy.
Now, what about this one?
Okay, now I'm back.
Whoa, I didn't even know that. I knew he had
Whoa.
long hair, but I thought maybe he cut it or something, because in the top picture, it looks like he's just kind of got like Geno Smith hair going on.
Well,
where
now
it's
he's
very
hot
short.
again.
You think the hair makes him hot?
It's the tattoos on the neck.
Oh my God.
What?
I'm going to have to get neck tattoos out there now. That's what girls are into.
Get a big roach on your neck.
That's the only place I get tattoos is just my neck. That'd be wild.
What would you get on your neck?
That's the reason I have no tattoos, because I have not the slightest idea
What
of
about
what to get. I either could go crazy and be like Pete Davidson, or like my friend Nick Tarani from Barstool. He has just like random tattoos on him. You know what I mean? Just like there's
Like
no rhyme or
stickers.
reason. Yeah, exactly.
I'm into that culture. What if you got a dolphin as an ode to your mother?
No, we're not doing odes to my mother on my skin.
You're not?
No, thank you. Not a dolphin tattoo.
That would be kind of lame.
Oh, she just went there and picked like what was on the thing and just got it because she wanted to be fun.
Well, that was a fun choice.
Yeah.
Multiple dolphins?
Well, they're in a circle.
Yeah.
Anyhow.
Yeah, okay.
This man facing charges, Xavier Worthy, this man is. He's facing the charge of assault. I don't know what fam/house mem impede breath circulat means. That's what it says that's what it says in here. But it says domestic abuse charges.
Not hot anymore.
TMZ defines the charge as an assault against a family member or household member by impeding their breathing or circulation. That means
fuck,
choking.
he's out there choking.
So
hot
did
again.
it go? Yeah.
And we're back.
That's what I thought you were going to say. Specific details about what allegedly happened to cause his arrest remain unknown at this time. The Chiefs are aware of Worthy's arrest and are gathering information. Worthy was one of the few bright spots for the Chiefs. I don't fucking want to hear that. The situation remains developing. But then I hear there has been an update, perhaps, that he will not be charged. Can we get an update on that, Lee, on the most recent situation regarding Xavier Worthy? Does it just say?
So Chiefs Xavier Worthy won't be charged.
Okay.
I always do wonder, because I'm not a big choker during sex. I don't quite find it fun to do. It's kind of frightening when they want that, and I go like, I mean, I get it to a degree, but like, also, I'm not trying to be Trevor Bauer over here. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I don't. What if a woman? Because I had a woman one time because I wouldn't have sex with her. She was like, "Well, I'm going to destroy you on Reddit." And I go,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. You don't know. There's some loose cannons out here.
I said, for what? For not fucking you? I'm like, please, I need the heat. So she was like, I don't know why I said that, blah, blah, blah. But the fact that she thought it to say it to me
crazy.
is wild. So like, what if Xavier Worthy's, I don't even know who this woman is in his life, he's choking her during sex, and then, maybe he's an athlete. He leaves some marks on her neck. And then she's like, I'm mad that you didn't do this or that. And then she says, I'm going to fucking make sure the world knows you choked me, and I'm going to call the police. I'm just, speculating wildly.
But you think that she asked to be choked?
I don't think anything. I'm speculating. What if this was the case? How often do you think that might occur?
A woman asked to be choked, then she gets choked, and she's like, domestic violence.
Yes.
I think you got to be careful who you're choking.
You got to really, that's the thing.
You got to be careful who you're porking these
You really
days.
got to make sure that you're in a loving relationship. Choking is for lovers. I mean, that is just...
Choking is
You cannot just choke a random lady.
No.
No, you have to be in love to choke them.
You have to be in love.
Otherwise...
And they have to trust you.
It's all trust. You have to trust them.
You have to trust them to choke you.
Well, you have to trust them to allow you to be choked.
Yeah, it's a two-way street, choking.
Yeah, it's two-way. It's mutual trust.
Mm-hmm.
That's maybe what they're going to start doing in therapy classes. I don't know. Does it say anything else about this?
It says after they spoke to witnesses, they decided to drop the charges.
The witnesses said, I didn't see him choke her.
I thought they were fucking.
But they will continue to evaluate the case.
Interesting stuff. But I just want everyone to know that this is the fourth Kansas City Chief member to be arrested, it seems, in the past calendar year. Not to mention Patrick Mahomes' degenerate father, who has about 9 DUIs, allegedly, and also was going to fight John Rocker on pay-per-view boxing until Patrick Mahomes' agent was like, you're not going to do that. Otherwise, you will be cut off forever.
That's crazy.
Yeah. That man used to be a professional baseball player, Patrick Mahomes Sr. Obviously not to the level of his son or even remotely there close. Let's go into some news stories now. That's it for the sports, Sarah. You did a good job.
Thank you.
It was more about choking than sports. Oh boy, Lindsay Nixon sent this into JoshPotterShow@gmail.com. First time Roach reporter. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Auga. And it made me think. Remember George W. Bush and how much fun we had with him? We watched Trump say all kinds of wild shit, but then it's on to the next one. It's almost like it's too much. It's becoming benign,
Right.
And, even with Biden, he fell down 17 times. I'm like, ugh, this guy keeps falling. It's like one of those things. It's like, oh, Biden fell again. Like, you just get numb to it.
Sad.
Yeah, you just get numb to it or whatever. And he's all like, I'm like, I'm over it. But that Lindsay sent in, because obviously we play George W. Bush here on the show quite a bit.
Now watch this drive.
That's after I make any serious statement on the program. I usually play.
Now watch this drive.
To end it. That's my point. George W. Bush had some gems that I forgot about. I've seen every one of these, and I remember every one of these. But now that we've had Trump and fucking Biden, these things are just not appreciated the way that they were. And it makes me go kind of yearn for the days of George W. Bush. Let's watch. This guy he's smiling.
Stop these terrorist killers.
Now that's the famous one right there.
Thank you. Now watch this drive. The new Prime Minister of India is, no.
Pause it for a second. Can you pause, please? Yeah. So I mean, even when he's clumsy, he's kind of doing it in a cool way.
Yeah, I feel nostalgia.
Yeah,
I
don't
miss
you?
him.
It's almost like we're rewatching Home Improvement.
It is.
I mean, it's crazy. I'm like, oh, I remember the shoes getting thrown at him. He bounced the basketball. He didn't even try to bounce it again. They did him dirty with that basketball.
Yeah.
Or would he try to bounce it on something? Maybe it wasn't like a proper surface, but the shoes, that was a great. Look at he's like laughing.
Yeah.
And that guy's trying to kill him with those shoes. Or at least make a political statement or something.
A shoe to the head.
It's an intense sign of disrespect.
Right.
In the Middle East.
Yes, not
Throw
one,
a
but
shoe?
yeah.
Yes.
It's like basically like spitting on on your mother or something. Like this is like heavy duty business right here.
It hasn't even crossed my mind to throw a shoe.
Well, if it crosses your mind, it's because you would like to disrespect this person so much. It's like, I have my grimy foot in here, and now I'm going to throw it at you. All right, keep going. There's more gems to this. I want to. You can even play him. He didn't even hit his. We had Joe Biden full falling down for 4 years. This guy hits his head a little bit. Everyone's like, "Wow, George W. Bush is an idiot."
Yeah. Just because he
He
casually.
did that gracefully. I feel
He
like
casually bumped his noggin.
he's like, "Oh."
Yeah.
In order for us to get the framework, the groundwork, not framework, the groundwork to discuss a framework for peace, to lay the... All right.
Dude, that one was fucking. That's like Will Ferrell didn't even. It makes me wonder Will Ferrell even try. Like he didn't have to do anything. He just nailed it so perfectly.
Yeah.
That's like I had to double check and make sure that was an AI and just Will Ferrell talking. I mean, boy, oh boy, I miss this man.
In order for us to get the framework, the groundwork, not framework, the groundwork to discuss a framework for peace, to lay the... All right.
I didn't even see what happened there.
He's just walking.
This one's great though. The "Fool Me Once" one. Oh,
Oh,
this is
yeah. I love that one.
vintage.
Fool me once. Shame on you. You fool me, you can't get fooled again.
That's in a Kanye song.
That's
They sampled
I think
that.
Will Ferrell literally just did that word for word in a sketch because
It's so crazy. Did you see him at the inauguration of Trump? He looked like he was stoned as fuck.
I bet he gets so high all the time. Think of all. I mean, I bet you. I always had this fantasy about George W. Bush that obviously he'd be like, if you were to pick any president to get a beer with, it would be him. But also, I just have this weird fantasy that he like gets so dark for 2 seconds about thinking about all the poor young men that he sent to the Middle East over weapons of mass destruction that died. He just gets dark and he's just like, and you're like, George, he has to be like, oh, I'm back. Okay.
Yeah, now he paints. Did you know he's a painter now?
He's just got such demons that he's painting and like smoking a ton of weed to get lifted all the time. Or does he not care at all? Does it not even cross his mind when he's watching like a Rangers game?
I don't think it even crosses his mind. I think he's like on another planet, dude.
I want to hang out with him once just so I could see if he just disappears to that for one moment.
He's on a cocktail, though. I saw him at the inauguration. He was smiling up a storm.
Oh yeah,
The
Miss
lights-
Sarah. Miss Sarah knows all about her SSRIs now.
Yes, I do.
She can find out. She knows. Oh, this one's on a cocktail. She says.
He's on a cocktail.
Yeah.
A powerful cocktail. I'm
What-
actually jealous of the George W. Bush.
What would you guess that is in there?
I mean, I'm going with Le McDowell.
Oh my Lord!
I'm going with, I don't know.
Yeah.
I have no idea, but it's definitely a combo of things. I wish I had his psychiatrist.
He was having a hell of a time.
He was having a hell of a time at the inauguration.
Yeah. Is there any more of these classic things? Let's see.
Shame on you.
Oh yeah. Don't get
That's
fooled
the
again.
best one.
You fool me, we can't get fooled again.
Oh,
That's just a cool selfie. Real dad selfie at the end there. God, isn't it wild that like at the time everyone's like worst president ever, and then we have a couple more after that, and everyone's like, holy shit, don't you miss that guy?
well, the thing that's weird is I remember thinking of him as being old, and now I'm looking at him like he's not that old.
No, he was like, well, we dealt with two of the oldest ones ever, so
I
we're like,
know.
this guy looks like a fucking. I'm like, man, this guy looks great. He's like jumping around. He's golfing. I mean, Trump golfs, I guess. Biden, they put him on a bike.
In this one, he looks pretty good.
Yeah.
He's like a young guy.
Yeah, you didn't think he was old. I mean, I thought he was. I mean,
I thought he was old then, but
We
now
were
I'm
like-
looking at him and I would like.
we were in like
I'd-
high school.
I
so-
would talk to him at a bar if I was single. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if I was single,
How old was George W. Bush when he was in office? Can we get that fact check? I'm gonna guess. What would you guess? I'm gonna say 50.
I'm gonna say 50.
54.
Wow.
Damn, Josh.
Look at me. He had the coolest. I mean, I watched that W movie and I kind of like was reading about him a little bit, but he's just like a guy that's like, charming, fun to hang out with. So people liked having him around. Plus his dad was the leader of the CIA. So of course he was getting jobs, but then he like was rich enough. He bought the Texas Rangers. That was the coolest thing. I mean, like when I was like, oh, the president had to sell the tech because he's not allowed to own the Texas Rangers and be the president. So he had to sell them. But it's so
Why couldn't you do both?
because, you could all of a sudden now that would be sick if my team's owner became the president of the United States and then just was doing litigation and things just to bolster the
Hell yeah.
my
dude.
favorite sports franchise. That's why they're not allowed to, be involved in like oil companies and things like that.
Conflict of interest.
Yes, because they could do things that would benefit said company. But I wouldn't mind it if I was a fan of the Texas Rangers, I'd have been hyped. Today's Josh Potter Show is brought to us by Home Chef. So many meal kits claim to be simple and easy to use. Then they end up showing up with recipes, and this thing might as well be in Chinese. I don't know what the hell that I'm reading on these recipes. I don't even know what these ingredients are supposed to be. I've never seen a kumquat before in my life. How am I supposed to figure out which one's that? It's not worth the effort usually. Home Chef knows that struggle. That's why they deliver fresh, delicious meal kits that respect your time. It's no surprise that users of leading meal kits have rated Home Chef #1 in quality, convenience, value, taste, and especially recipe ease. This week I had the hot honey crispy chicken. Oh my goodness. A beekeeper? Where the hell do I even get honey? And they had it right there for me. It was insanely good. For a limited time, Home Chef is offering my listeners 18 free meals plus free dessert for life and, of course, free shipping on the first order box. So go to homechef.com/Potter. That's homechef.com/Potter for 18 free meals and free dessert for life. Homechef.com/Potter. Must be an active subscriber to keep receiving the free dessert.
You know who I think is on Ozempic? And
Okay.
this could be a rumor.
Who's that? This
Monica Lewinsky. I saw her recently.
Let her be on Ozempic.
She's looking good.
She always looked good, but
she looks really good right now.
she looks
She's
really
got
good in
lighter
like
hair.
the mid 2000s too. I remember her first like back in action. She was looking good. Like when everyone was like, Bill Clinton's fucking
Oh my God,
this
she
fat
was on
girl.
Call Her Daddy.
Yeah.
She was, of course.
That's why she was in the news recently.
And she's got her own pod now. I know everything about Monica Lewinsky. I follow her on Twitter. I tried to DM her multiple times to get her on this program.
I tried to DM her too.
And she was, can I
Did
look
she
and see?
write back?
Did Monica Lewinsky write back to me one time? Or it might have been Trishelle from The Challenge.
That's a huge difference. Was it Trishelle from The Challenge or Monica Lewinsky?
Well, they were both childhood.
Oh, sweetie, I DM Monica. I wanted to ask her some questions. I wanted to know
No, it
how
wasn't.
big was Bill?
It wasn't that. Well, of course, everyone wants to know those questions. You think you're the first person to ask her that?
No, do you think she talked about it on Call Her Daddy?
No, she did not. She kept it on the up and up because she gets too much. She got all that hate. I mean, terrible what we did to her, but obviously we're just getting our LOLs.
She
But
was slut shamed.
imagine if the internet existed, though, if this happened in our time
She'd
now,
be a meme.
she would be a meme. She'd be all over the internet. But I venture to guess she would be out of the news cycle in 6 months.
I think she'd have an OnlyFans.
Well, that's the problem. She wouldn't even be nearly as, there wouldn't be as near as much folklore surrounding her because we would forget. Look at the Hawk Tuah girl. Is she dead?
She's in hiding because of the crypto coin.
I know, but
prison.
yeah, she's gonna exactly. So
Do you
it's
think
like
she would go to prison over that?
it would be a wild cycle. I'll tell you that. I think that her people might. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure some judge would take sort of pity on a lady who was kind of probably duped into that. Some poor girl who worked in a factory that was like, Hawk Tuah, spit on that thing. And then she's just kind of along for the ride,
That's going to be a great movie when it comes out.
Sure. But I'm saying, obviously, the Hawk Tuah girl didn't blow with a fucking president, but I don't think Monica Lewinsky would even be as big of a thing if it happened in current day as opposed to back in 1999. Plus the sanction, what was it? This everyone, everyone thinks Melania and Trump are basically divorced anyways. They're not fucking.
Well, they don't seem very affectionate.
Right. Everyone thinks that it's actually more insane if your marriage is intact these days, I would say. It's a bigger story.
Yeah, that is true.
Than infidelity going on. Like, everyone's like, all the presidents probably fuck around, right? Like, they're talking about Obama's fucking Jennifer Aniston now.
I heard that rumor.
Or they're talking about, like, Michelle's fucking some chick with her dick or something. I mean, that's how crazy it's
It is crazy. Everyone's like, oh, yeah, Michelle's trans.
Yeah.
They call her Big Mike.
Yeah, they're like, Barack blew Michelle in the Oval Office, and it's like a thing that's like, all right, on to the next thing.
Like,
this lady blows Bill Clinton, and it was like the biggest story. I remember that was where I learned what a blowjob was.
So the big headline from Call Her Daddy was that she was upset how far Jay Leno went and how much airtime Jay Leno gave her with all the jokes and digging.
Oh, yeah, Jay Leno made a fucking career. I mean, it was the biggest story, maybe because he kept perpetuating the story by making more and more jokes.
And she blames that for being in the news for so long.
Hilarious. But that's what you got to do. I don't take anything away from Jay Leno for doing that. I would love to ask him, hey, you think you'd pump the brakes on that? He's like, no, it's the fucking funniest thing ever had. I wouldn't have either. I would have kept going. If it was like everyone's tuning in, because he did the same thing with OJ. He had the dancing Edos out there and stuff. I mean,
so did Norm Macdonald.
But it was different
with OJ.
Norm Macdonald was doing it in a way though that he was like, hey, OJ killed a guy. Jay Leno was like making fun of the case. Whereas so it's the opposite too when it comes to this. Jay Leno wasn't making fun of the incidents surrounding the story. He was like, Monica Lewinsky's like a whore. like that guy, you know what I'm saying?
But do you remember what Linda Tripp, that ugly bitch, she's the reason why the story became a thing.
Oh, of course. She was bugging herself.
She was pissed because she was ugly.
Iconic SNL sketch, John Goodman playing Linda Tripp.
That sounds amazing.
Everyone thinks that they made fun of like Monica Lewinsky and her looks. Linda Tripp got, and rightfully so, because she is like a fucking, I don't
Imagine
know,
throwing
narc.
your
She's a
friend
narc.
under the bus.
God, this would be a great episode in 1992. This podcast that we're doing.
That is hilarious.
You never seen that? That was iconic.
No, that is iconic. Well, you know who was back on who's on TikTok now? This is crazy. Casey Anthony.
Yeah, but I mean,
she's rebranding herself.
As what?
I don't know.
What was her brand before?
Child murderer.
Now, she's the one where she like went to Aruba or something, and then the kid was found in a pile of leaves or something.
I don't know if she went to Aruba.
I don't know. Can I tell you something?
Casey Anthony's daughter was found in the trunk of her car.
Oh, okay. What was the one that lost her, like they found her kid in a...
The Aruba thing was some other bitch.
Yeah, I get them all mixed up, these bitches. These plain bitches. Even the Italian lady, the lady in Italy that was like in jail for murder and she didn't do it.
Yeah, that's the Aruba one, I think.
I don't fucking know.
I don't have a desire
You brought up
to go
Casey
to
Anthony.
Aruba. Yeah.
You're like, she's back on TikTok. I'm like, she left? I mean...
No, she's back rebranding herself. She's on TikTok. And I remember, like, I have a special... Like, I think about her more than I should because in my 20s, I was talking to managers, and there was this one manager who said, Sarah, I think you would be perfect to play Casey Anthony in the Lifetime movie.
And did you go out for it?
You look like her.
Did you go out for it?
No, I didn't go out for it.
Why?
Lots of talk. They like
you
to
would have.
talk.
You were excited.
Honey, I would have.
You should get on your TikTok. Oh my God, you do look like...
No, you're not supposed to agree that I look like Casey Anthony.
She has less crazy eyes, and I'm sure she can move her eyebrows more. But
hey, fuck you.
I'm just kidding.
No, her hair is now my color.
She's got a bigger forehead than you.
Yeah. Well, they can add a little forehead.
Yeah, it's prosthetics. You're allowed to be better looking than the subject too.
Look, that's actually that's her in the split screen. I do think I could play her.
Yep. You gotta. Hey, we're gonna get that back in the thing. Well, now you should just go on TikTok and just pretend you are her. Just copy her TikToks frame for frame. I'm giving Sarah show business advice now.
Yeah, no, I'm about to rebrand as the #1 Casey Anthony.
So what is she doing? What's her rebrand?
I don't know. I just know that it was trending yesterday on TikTok. It was all these people were being like...
You're seeing the word rebrand as if it's a deliberate attempt.
As a legal advocate.
As a legal advocate, yeah.
Okay, so she's like, hey, you want to know how you can
Kill your kid and get away with it?
Yeah, get away with killing people?
Yeah.
I gotcha.
But her kid was missing for 30 days before she contacted the police.
And she was just driving around in her car? No
And
cop
she was
checked?
partying and getting tattoos, and she entered a wet t-shirt contest and shit.
And she threw it in the trunk.
We believe that she was the one that killed her.
And that's where
But
it
there
was found? In the trunk?
Her daughter was found in her trunk, yes.
I don't know. Yes, I do recall she didn't have much remorse
No, yeah, she was...
about
she
the
said-
child being dead. Like, when it was missing, she was like, I don't know. Yeah, it's weird, right? Well, anyway, I'm going to go to the bar now.
I'm going to go to the bar. I'm going to enter a wet t-shirt contest. And then she got a tattoo that said beautiful life or something. That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
But also,
I mean, that's the... Yeah.
some people don't like their children.
So I look like her?
Enough.
That's not what I wanted. I didn't.
Why? You don't want a job in this fucking
Well,
city?
I would like more than just to play Casey Anthony in a Lifetime movie.
Well, you get that first. I mean, it's not like
Not
fucking...
that being my breakout role.
It's not like Charlize Theron only played the fucking lady from Monster. I mean, she had other parts. You get this one, and you go forward. I mean, I got to explain everything to you? Come on.
Oh, fuck. Take 10%.
I should. All right. Let's get to more important things, though, shall we?
What's more important than Casey Anthony? Are you insane? Atomic Wedgie Killer?
Yep. Get ready. Clayton Springer sent this in. JoshPotterShow@gmail.com. This out of Shawnee. The Atomic Wedgie Killer, who I do believe we brought up on the show. My brain is so fucking mush. Sometimes I don't remember if I talked about it on the show or if I talked about it on stage. I'm pretty sure we talked about this guy on the show, brought him up when this first occurred, but now he's been sentenced to 30 years in prison.
For giving people wedgies to death?
Bradley Davis, 35 of McLeod, pleaded guilty in May to first-degree manslaughter for killing his stepfather after a fight. He admitted to investigators he had done a bad thing, giving his stepfather a wedgie, like something done in high school. I remember this now. It's all coming back to me. It's all coming back. It's coming
You're not my
back
real
to me
dad,
now.
Wedgie.
The victim, Denver Lee St. Clair, 58, died after he was knocked unconscious with the elastic band from his ripped underwear after it was pulled over his head. You know what an atomic wedgie is, right? It's when it goes all the way up and over the top of your head.
I don't even think my underwear could stretch that far.
Not everyone has underwear like you, Sarah.
That's true.
These people wear some big old underwears, big stretchy underwears.
So you think he was a boxer guy or a brief guy? Did they say?
Well, I'm going to go with
Boxer?
brief, maybe a hybrid, because of the fact that he got it over his head. He was knocked out unconscious. And the elastic band from his ripped underwear was pulled over his head. So that means he tore it too. So it's probably a brief. The band ended up pressed tightly against his throat, strangling him. So it's like, that's kind of like a cool way to give a wedgie. Like, I'd imagine John Wick would give a wedgie like that, where he'd like pull it all the way up and choke a guy with it. That'd be sick.
That is insane.
The victim also suffered head wounds that prosecutors say would have been fatal had he not died from the initial wedgie.
It's so embarrassing.
This is the most atomic wedgie. I mean, you got to come up with a new name for it when you actually kill the guy.
It's not a wedgie anymore. Wedgie sounds benign. It sounds innocent. It sounds like a fun prank that you play.
Oh, that's something a hot girl would say.
What?
Because you never got one.
A wedgie? I got wedgies.
Well, not like a real one.
What do you mean? I had a sister. She gave me wedgies. We gave each other wedgies all the time.
Talking about a wedgie from a girl?
Yeah, you don't think we have it in us? I'll
No.
give you a wedgie right now, motherfucker.
Hey, let's not get crazy. I'm saying a big old bully giving you a wedgie or your older cousin or whatever is worse than a little girl giving you a wedgie.
My little sister is feisty. Okay.
I'm not taking anything away from that. I'm just saying you never really got one.
I got a wedgie. Stop denying my reality.
I'm not.
You never really got one.
I don't think it's the same.
I'm living my truth, and I did get many a wedgie.
I think you've had something that resembled a wedgie, but nothing where they were trying to kill you with it.
Have you had a wedgie where someone was trying to kill you with it?
My cousins used to tie my socks together.
While you were wearing them?
Yes, they'd hold me down, tie my socks together, and then give me a wet. Like, I couldn't end it with long socks. I don't know. I could have just taken the socks off. But I also I didn't have my hands. I couldn't use my hands to take them off, so I couldn't walk. It was a whole thing. Then
Did they get in trouble?
Never.
Did you tell on them?
No, my parents, I think everyone saw it. I think it was like right in front of everybody. And everyone's like,
No.
yes, that's how things
Your
went.
mother didn't put her foot down?
No, she wouldn't care. She was like, do it more.
Whoa. I've had a wedgie. Don't take that from me.
All right, fine.
Wineshank has had a wedgie.
No, I just...
I wanted to say an alliteration.
I think it's funny that your sister was bullying you. Is she
Yes,
older than you?
She's younger.
I know, that's what I thought.
And smaller.
That's what I
She
thought.
has a size 5 foot.
So you're talking about this little tiny girl who's younger than you giving you a
Dude,
wedgie?
little girls don't play.
Did you fight physically, like other than that?
Yes.
What'd you do?
Scream.
Yeah, but what did you do in terms of
Probably
fight?
some hair pulling.
Yeah, that's the extent.
I don't know.
I can't see
I think
you,
I
like-
blocked it out, you know?
I can't see you like providing much of the fists.
You should see my roundhouse kick.
Oh my god.
I don't want to. I'm telling you, it's more powerful than you would even imagine.
And you had that skill harnessed back in the day?
Oh, now I have it harnessed.
Oh, yeah. I'm saying back then, I couldn't imagine you throwing a fist or two.
No, I'm so bad at throwing a fist.
Exactly. So anyway, this judge said he was troubled.
He was troubled by the atomic wedgie killer.
He was troubled Davis took cell phone photos of the unconscious victim, even though the victim was gurgling and clearly in distress from the wedgie. So that means he was like, wedgie stuff.
Yeah, 'cause
And the guy's like,
that is so crazy. This episode's so choke heavy.
interesting.
Yeah, I'm
Choking-
noticing a through line here.
I think choking culturally is just something that is having a moment.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's giving Honora.
Did you see Honora?
I have not yet.
I saw it.
I have not yet. Davis was charged with first-degree murder. He had planned to claim it at trial that he acted in self-defense, but he pleaded guilty to first-degree manslaughter. Instead, the judge could have sentenced him to as little as 4 years. Davis described what he had done in interviews with investigators as an atomic wedgie. The slang term is widely used for the most humiliating version of the underwear yanking prank. Davis, a former Marine, told the judge in May that he had meant only to embarrass his stepfather. He told investigators his stepfather started a fistfight. He never admitted to using any kind of object. He also told investigators the two fought because St. Clair had insulted his mother.
Oh, what did he say?
He called his stepfather a bully.
What do you think he was like? He talked shit about his mom's cooking.
I don't know. This guy, I don't think his mom, I think everyone was talking shit about his mom's cooking. The two fought inside the victim's trailer in McLeod. Davis lived in a nearby trailer that he was renting from his stepfather. His mother was in the hospital recovering from hip surgery. This stepfather was like a Rockefeller of trailers. He's got just trailers to rent.
He's got trailer after trailer.
Imagine that. He claimed he had intended to stay the night with his stepfather, and then the two of them were going to pick up his mother the next day. Davis expressed remorse in his testimony in May and again in a written statement from the judge. The fight ended when Mr. St. Clair face down, passed out after the fight, out of anger from the fight with no excuse. I pulled Mr. St. Clair's underwear up over his head, Davis wrote. I have no good reason to explain this. All I can say is I'm so sorry and ashamed of my actions. I truly loved and respected Mr. St. Clair. He was always my friend.
Yeah, I don't know about that. And then you have to call your mommy who just had a hip surgery and say, Mom, I gave, what's the stepdad's name?
Mr. St. Clair.
I gave Mama, because he's from Oklahoma.
Yeah.
He goes, Mama, I gave Mr. Sinclair a wedgie and it took him out. She's like, what are you talking about? She's still on painkillers from her hip replacement surgery.
This guy's going to get roasted in jail, too. I mean, he is going to get
He's going to get wedgied.
Scott Kill is, they're going to call him like the fucking underwear killer and all that shit.
Underwear killer is a cute name. The
And
the undie killer.
Yeah. The old fruit of the loom over there. Find out how fruity you are. And asking for a 30-year sentence, this district attorney is an asshole, by the way. A 30-year sentence. It's not like this guy was doing mass wedgie killings. It's not like he ran to a school and was just like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This guy's good. That would be crazy, by the way, if they started doing that in wake of the gun violence. They're like, you know what? We can't get guns in there anymore. I'm just going to atomic wedgie
Everyone to death.
10 children.
Dude, but if you clench your
And
ass cheeks,
and some poor teacher.
if you clench your ass cheeks, could you prevent the wedgie from happening?
No, Sarah. What? I mean, maybe you can.
I don't know. That was just a thought I was throwing.
When a person who has the strength to lift you off the ground by your underwear,
I'm imagining the Hulk giving me a wedgie.
any person, this guy is huge. I mean, like, if someone larger than me from upstairs came down here to give me, they could probably do it to me to a degree too, if I just was standing there willingly almost and didn't have any fight. I don't know. This guy, he's an ex-Marine, seems pretty big. He could probably, I remember my old soccer coach, he used to be like, I used to be in the Marines, and he was like, I could kill a person with a shoelace. I'm like, so this guy could definitely.
That's what your soccer coach said?
Yeah.
It's like, you better
He said
tie
it
those
like-
cleats because
No,
I could
no.
kill somebody with a shoelace.
No, he said it in a cool way where we were like, oh, that's pretty sick. That kind of thing.
No,
Yeah,
he was showing off about his murder,
100%.
his murderous ways.
Yes. Anyhow.
Guys, we're gonna practice penalty kicks, but first, I want you to know I could kill someone with.
But
a
so
shoelace.
imagine, if you will, being suspended by your underwear and you be able to keep your underwear out of your ass crack.
I just don't think my underwear would stretch that far.
Well, no, they would break well before, but this man's wearing, like I said, some cotton-ass shit. I'm fully aware of the jokes and the way people have talked about it around town, the judge said. The judge said he will reconsider his decision in a review in a year to 18 months. He urged Davis to take advantage of the self-help programs in prison. We'll see how you do. As long as you don't give anyone in there, Wedgie, we'll be okay. That's how they find the guy in his cell dead. They're like, who did it? Which one of you did this?
It's the undie killer.
He's just in the corner like, wasn't me. They're like, this guy's got his underwear wrapped around his neck. It'd be a good way to frame this guy in prison.
Yeah, it would be.
All of a sudden, there's a race war in his prison, and they're like, it was you. He's like, no, I swear. Oh, boy. I know where we're going to wrap up here. Let's go down to this article from T-Bone. Oh, my God. This is something that I find interesting here. A Texas teenager was arrested after she allegedly forced unsuspecting bargoers to watch a revenge porn sex tape between her and her ex-boyfriend. Now, they say revenge porn in there because the ex-boyfriend did not consent to her still owning and showing it to people. So that's why it's a revenge porn case. But this even goes more wild because evidently the rest of the bar goers are like, arrest this girl. How bad is your sex tape? I'd be honored to see this woman's sex tape, to be quite frank.
She's pretty hot.
Put that on at the bar. Why aren't we doing that more? Everyone get attached to the chrome and we all show our sex tapes. That'd be fun. What a fun night. Like, is there a news story attached to this one?
There sure is.
Only on 13, an apparent bad
God.
breakup ends in a woman's arrest, police say, for revenge porn. She's accused of showing an X-rated video to people at a local bar. ABC 13's Luke Jones spoke to the man in that video, who has a lot of regret tonight. Luke?
Yeah, in no time at all, his life quickly became a living nightmare. People he knows have seen this video, he says, even people he does business with. And now he's hoping against hope that emergency protection order in place is enough to keep
Oh my
this
God,
woman
pause it for me.
out of his life for good.
He needs an emergency protection order.
Queef of the week.
100%. Grow up. I'd be psyched. I'd be like, oh, she showed you that? It must have made him out to be in a poor light. What if she was at the bar going like, oh, my ex, the guy you all know, oh my God, this guy had the smallest penis you've ever seen.
Or he
And
comes
didn't even
in
know
1 minute.
He didn't even know how to use it. Watch him come when I just breathe on it. Like stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like maybe that's what it is and it's humiliating to him. Because I've never obviously come anywhere near showing any sort of like pornographic thing on my, but I've talked about it on here before with Ian. I was a stunt dick in a porn.
You were?
Well, not in a porn, but in an OnlyFans video.
You were a stunt dick?
Yeah, so I pulled it up. I can show that because I purchased it and participated in it, and I'm a member of it.
Yeah, that
And
is
it's
your
public.
dick to show.
So I did at a bar.
You did?
A girl goes, let's see it. And I was like, all right, I got it right here. And
No, you pulled up the stunt dick?
yeah, and then I showed it, and the girl didn't watch it. The only people that watched it were Todd and Hormos.
Todd and Hormos?
Yeah.
Did I put a little respect on your name?
I think so. I think they did. Although Hormos seems to have been avoiding me lately.
It's because that that you scared him.
No, but I mean that, it doesn't count in the term. It's not like it's a tape of me and an ex. She put it out for sale, and I can show that to people. You know what I'm saying? Like
What? Why couldn't the other guy use his dick?
there was no other guy.
Oh, it was just your dick was in it, but not your face.
Stunt dick. Yes, that's what it means.
I thought it was a different man in your dick.
Oh no. that is funny.
I was like, like how stunt.
Yeah. Like a stand-in.
Yeah, like
where it's like a different guy's face. It's like, oh.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
That would be extra degrading and awful. Yeah. No.
Okay.
No, you're just basically a prop, but that would be wild if it was that. Why was the other guy? Who was the other guy? Yeah, a better looking man.
That's what I thought you meant.
Why couldn't they just use his dick? Well, he's just the face. I'm the dick.
That's fucking crazy.
No,
so
but
you weren't in it? Or were you in a mask or something?
No, it's just the POV situation.
Okay.
Anyhow.
Well, I
was happy to do it.
You.
No, but I'm just saying like that could, could I have gotten in trouble if that wasn't the case and it was just a video of me getting blown? Maybe, I guess. But this lady put it on the screen for everybody. They get into the detail of that. Let's see.
I really wish I didn't do it.
Michael Bassett regretting the videos he took of he and this woman.
Oh my God, can you pause it one more time? This guy, so he goes on the news to be like, yeah, it was me that had the sex tape. Like, sure, the people in the bar he could have like nipped it in the bud there. I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe that those people in that bar saw it. It could have ended with that. Now he's showing his face on the news being like, my name's Mark Bassett, and I was involved in a sex tape that this lady showed. And it's humiliating. So now more people are like, this guy's doing sex tapes out there?
Queef of the week.
I mean, he just wants attention, and he wants to win money from this woman. So I'm siding with the woman on this.
Yeah, he's an idiot man. Idiot man.
Go ahead.
Regretting the videos he took of he and this woman having sex in his truck on Valentine's Day.
So she had me record it on her phone.
After she allegedly showed them to a bunch of his friends and customers.
Grow up. I'm disgusted with this man. This is like pathetic to me. Like, I would be hyped about all of this. I would be like, obviously he did a bad job. That's the only reason that he's not like cool with this in any way, because he obviously comes out in a poor light in this video. Couldn't get his dick hard or something. She's making fun of me like, look at your tiny little fucking dick or whatever. Or he's like got some fetish or proclivity that he doesn't want other people to know, where he's like, let me suck on it, mommy, or something like that. You know what I mean?
Like he likes to be a baby.
Like there's something in there that makes him embarrassed. Who would be embarrassed by this? Like a hot girl's like, oh yeah, I fucked this guy in a truck. Isn't that crazy? And he's like, I regret even doing it. Why would I even do that? Shut the fuck up.
Queef of the week.
Go ahead.
It really is extremely embarrassing.
Oh, is it?
Like, I took those out of confidence, not thinking they would get. I don't got to OnlyFans or anything. I don't sell pictures and stuff of my body.
Bassett says he broke things off with 18-year-old Taylor Richards sometime after the Valentine's Day encounter. Words were exchanged, and then Monday night at his Snapchat group.
Screaming, laughing, man, I did not need to see that, yada, yada, yada.
He calls his friends who were hanging.
His buddies are just busting his shot. Oh, dude, I can't believe I saw that, dude.
I saw the District 249 last night.
So this guy's just getting fucking.
Houston.
This guy's just getting fucking, ball busted by his pals.
Out at District 249.
If you don't show your pals your sex tapes, are you even friends?
Great promo for District 249.
That's the name of is that the bar?
That's the bar, yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought that was the police station.
No.
That's when he learned those Valentine's Day videos he thought had been deleted hadn't.
He goes, bro, Taylor is here showing everybody y'all's videos. And
Sick.
They start making jokes.
Some of his customers so disturbed by what they'd seen, they decided to part ways, he says.
I can handle my friends messing with me and whatnot. I can't handle when I start losing money.
Richard was arrested that night and charged with unlawful disclosure of intimate video material.
Wait a second. This guy owns the bar?
No, he owns like a mechanic shop.
Oh,
dude, I don't care where my mechanic puts his dick and who's seen it.
Yeah,
fix the cars. You must not be a very good mechanic.
So people who, what kind of homophobic friends do you have where they're like, I don't know, man. I've seen his penis. I can never look him in the eye again.
He will not change my oil.
I cannot bring my truck into that shop. What's he doing gay? He's just doing gay shit out there. That's why she's like, she's like, really? You want me to like peg you in the truck? Seems a little elaborate for truck sex on Valentine's. He goes, I need it. I need to get pegged. And now the other people are like, I can't go have this guy fucking work on my car.
Yeah.
Not a chance.
In the article, he said that he's upset basically because they start making jokes. They're like mickle pickle, this and that and the other.
Ooh, that's all in the article? Ooh, we gotta
Nickel pickle? That means
Yeah.
his dick
Let's
was
finish
little.
this video so we can read about those.
Hell yeah.
Daughter isn't commenting, but Bassett says she was speaking to him even after her arrest.
She called me from the jail, and she was just like, are you going to drop the charges and this, that, and the other? I'm like, no, you have a lesson to learn.
In court,
We've got to save the
You
top
have a
case
lesson
for
to
last.
learn.
the magistrate clears the courtroom before delving into Richard's case,
Oh,
ultimately releasing her on a personal recognizance bond and ordering her to stay away from Bassett. But as far as he's concerned, the damage has already been done.
My advice to other young men is just avoid taking videos and whatnot, because tomorrow's promised to nobody. Your relationship is not promised to you tomorrow.
And apparently,
Oh my
neither is your
God, dude. Is it over?
Yeah, that's
Queef of
God
the week.
damn, this guy sucks. You know what? Can I bring the youth to the screen for a moment? I want to give advice to the young men out there. Take all the videos you can.
Show them to everyone.
Be proud. Keep them to show your grandchildren someday that Grandpa used to get his dick wet a little bit. Boy, you should see this one. Oh my God, remember her? My grandpa couldn't do that. He couldn't show me old pictures and videos of old lady. He just had to reminisce about it, like tell elaborate stories. That's all, and just be like, "Oh, the most beautiful woman walked into the bar," and then it's your grandma. It turns out because they only back then they only saw one of them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Then they're like, "I gotta lock this down."
I mean, this guy does seem like a huge pussy. Where does it call him a nickel pickle?
I'm gonna get to it. Can you let me give the youth advice before you jump ahead?
Sorry. I
God.
got excited by that saying. I haven't heard nickel pickle before. Pickle nickel.
Because here's the thing. Someday you're going to be an old man. Take all the videos that you can. If they're going to take them, even better, send me that. Put that on the airdrop to me. Because someday you're going to get old and the well's going to dry. And you're going to need something to reminisce about.
That Taylor Richard. She was a time.
Exactly.
Yeah, I get it.
Look at her. She's adorable.
She is.
I like that she has that scary look on her face getting handcuffed.
I want to see the video.
I want to see the video too. I thought they were going to actually show portions of it on the newscast for a second. I thought they were going to like cut to it because oh my
Blurred
God.
out.
Let's see what they say in here because I want to see if it gets to any sort of context of the video, even more than the entire nickname thing. Friends of Bassett who were at the bar called the Diesel Repairman. He's a diesel repairman, laughing about the video, saying they didn't need to see that, and then they'd start making jokes. They're like mickle pickle, this, that, and the other thing. I don't know what mickle pickle's meaning. Is his name because his name is Mike or something like that?
Oh, I thought they were calling him nickel pickle.
That's what I thought. Nickel because it's 5 inches.
Or like just like
or
a
5
small
inches would be
cent.
like kind of fine. I was like, hey, call me the nickel
inches would
pickle.
be
I don't give a
okay.
shit.
I think it'd just be like nickel, like it's a small amount of money.
Okay.
5 cent. You got that 5 cent D?
Yes,
That's
exactly.
what I thought. I thought it was the nickel pickle.
But mickle pickle, because they seen his penis, evidently. Well, she must have been doing something to it. It wasn't just like a thing of his penis, I'd hope. I really wish I didn't do it. She had me on she had me recorded on her phone. It really is extremely embarrassing. I took those out of confidence. I don't have no OnlyFans. We heard what he said there. According to Bassett, some of his customers of the diesel maintenance business decided to part ways after the sex tape. I can handle my friends messing with me and whatnot. I can't handle when I start losing money. Yeah, he said all that in the report there, but he didn't say why. I want to know. I should figure out how to talk to one of those people that decided not to do those. I mean, those guys are also pretty big queefs. They're like, man, I seen his penis. I don't think I can.
He's not touching the diesel on my car.
I cannot. I saw her lick his diesel, and now I can't. God. What the hell was he doing on that tape that he was so embarrassed? It couldn't have gone well.
Well, he's probably young. If this would have happened to like a 40-year-old, he'd be like, yeah, fuck it.
Exactly, and that's
she's only 18, so
So
yeah,
he's
that's true.
probably
he's
pretty
probably
young.
yeah, he's probably young 20s.
How's she in a bar?
Fake ID, baby. District
Maybe
248
that's why
better
she
be
got
a little
arrested.
nervous too.
Yeah, they're letting an 18-year-old. What kind of bar is that? They're showing barely legal amateur porn on there. Maybe that was part of the problem, but it is maybe that. Yeah, they're just like, what if they're really like based? The people that won't go, they're like, this guy's fucking an 18-year-old. He's like 35.
Yeah.
Where'd you pick her up in the high school? That's why they won't go back, and that's what he won't say. He's really just drawing a lot of attention to himself. But boy, oh boy, Sarah, that was no choking in that story. Although we don't know.
We don't know. We didn't get to see the damn tape.
I really think he was just he didn't come out in a good light.
Yeah.
Leak all my tapes out there, ladies. I don't give a shit. If you got one of me somehow and I don't have it, put it on the fucking internet. I don't see if I give a hell. I could use the fucking ticket sales. Speaking of which,
Yeah.
March 27th, I'll be in San Diego at the American Comedy Company. I hope I see you there. We also got Janesville, Wisconsin on the books, on sale. Go buy it. Got a couple other things to announce very soon. Thank you to everybody who came up to me in Austin. Had a hell of a time there at the old mothership and at the Sunset Strip. Oh boy, thank you to everybody for having me out there. What else do I... Oh, and your mom's house. That was unbelievable. What a fucking time. One of the most epic times indeed. If you're watching this as it comes out, as a matter of fact, Alexis Fox going to be on this episode of Behind the Jeans that happens later today, 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern, as it does every Wednesday on the Your Mom's House YouTube channel live. But Sarah, plug all your things. I know you got another March 27th date. You're going to be all over the fucking road in March.
Yeah, I'm going to be in Phoenix, Arizona, March 27th. I will be in Chicago the 28th and 29th at the Comedy Bar. Phoenix, Arizona is at the Desert Ridge Improv. And then I will be in Austin. If you're in Austin, I will be there the 16th through the 22nd doing spots at Mothership and Vulcan. And then in May, I'm coming to Brea, Oxnard, and San Diego with Kim Congdon. And I will be in Nova Scotia April 11th through the 14th. So if you're a Canadian in Nova Scotia, come see Mommy and Mama. That's all. Patreon.com/Sarah Weinschenk for bonus content. You can find me every Wednesday on Shank on my YouTube. Potter just was on the latest episode. And thanks for having me.
Now watch this drive.
Thank you for being here, and thank you for being here. JoshPotterShow@gmail.com. Thank you to Bobby. Thank you to Lee. Thank you to Alex. Thank you to everybody. We'll see you next Wednesday.
Coming to 11 direct with the Roach. We shotgun the beers, I got time for a toast. It's the only place I get my sports like for real, son. He taught us nobody's more sus than Russell Wilson.
Here's the deal, son. Won't find us in Walmart. Josh Potter, keep it frank, kinda like a ballpark. It wasn't nothing talking all that jism. Turns out there's a lot of semen terrorism.
Now it's time we hit him. Bringing Votto to the plate. Roachy, your wards with Chase O'Donnell the Great. Let me stop for a second, cause it's Ask Marty time. Cause it's idiocy, you know I cannot abide.
Not a fan of these guys, gonna damage the rise. Worse than the host known as the Roach. Leave an idiot woman standing on the side, or looking like she just tripped into a moat.
I'ma kill this Henny beat like murder. Been in more studios than most have ever heard of. Pleased to be listening, hit that like and subscribe. So many Bills hats got the mafia vibe.
A lot to describe like a Roach reporter. Teacher on OF, don't report her. Trying to live life with my mannequin wife and my mannequin kids if that's my mannequin right.
Been a fan of this guy since a Roach Motel. Couple 100 weeks in, still funny as hell. From the tit cups to back sis and blind eyes, Potter has one of the best shows of all time.
Now watch this drive. Pop a couple tall cans with the Roach King and caught the vibe. Ready to pour more, scurry out the floorboards, hit like, comment, and subscribe.